One of the most beautiful monasteries of Spain, and I'm going to show you what you can do and see and why it's important for you to visit. Hi everybody, I'm Bill Panoff, and please come and join me on this trip through the Poblet Monastery. The Royal Monastery of Saint Marie Poblet, also known as the Poblet Monastery, located in the province of Tarragona, is one of the few monasteries that is still inhabited by monks. First, let me explain what a monastery is and why it is different from a church. A monastery is a community founded by one or a few monks that use these places as spiritual points far away from towns or cities, looking for the most peaceful location to construct them. This monastery became famous for being the Pantheon of the Aragon crown from the 14th century until the 15th century. And now I am finally here. After the information office, you will get into the monastery, and to do that, you must pass through the Prades Door. The principal entrance to the monastery has at the top a small Virgin Marie statue. Passing through it, you will get into a kind of principal avenue, where the building around used to be for the family of the abbot. At the end of this beautiful avenue is a golden door that leads to the next part of the monastery. The three little shields at the top of the arch represent the Aragon crown, Sicily, and Castile, constructed to receive the new kings of Spain in order for them to visit Poblet. Leaving it behind, I am closer to the church of the monastery. But to get there, I have to pass through a Baroque door. Constructed in 1670, this door has a beautiful facade made of stone, wherein each side has a representation of saints and the Virgin Marie. Walking through it, as I said, you will get into the church of the monastery. Constructed in 1166, this church remains exactly as the King Alfonso II wanted it. Nowadays, there are ceremonies and other religious events that are still celebrated inside the church. Getting out, I am now heading to the Royal Door, the principal entrance to the other section of the monastery. It is between the two towers because beyond this point is the Pantheon of the Kings, so this part of the monastery used to be protected by the royal guards and soldiers. Getting beyond, you will get into the monastery, and believe me, watching it from inside is just as beautiful, not just for the architecture of the monastery, but for the inner peace that you feel when you're inside of it. The monastery's museum starts here. You can find sculptures of the very beginning of the monastery, as well as the furniture that the monks used back in the day, just as all kinds of pieces that tell the story of the past through the present of Poblet. If you are a history lover, you will enjoy being here, witnessing the history of Poblet portrayed all along the museum. I am now at the cluster of the monastery, built in the 14th century and restored in the 20th century, but the structure is the same and very beautiful, I must say. You can find a fountain, but it has a different use for the monks. They clean their sins with the water and ask for forgiveness. What do you think about this practice? Tell me in your comments below. This is just a little part of what you will find at the Poblet Monastery. It's small, but very beautiful and special. And if you like to visit museums or important historic places, this is for you. For me, it's time to go. I'm Bill Panoff, and thanks for tuning in, and see you on our next adventure.